the government keeps sending me all these messages about, tuition and college forgiveness. How about child support? How about taxes? Huh? How about those forgivenesses?
Aren't you embarrassed? Child support forgiveness. That is so embarrassing. You need to be embarrassed. I don't understand. You choose to be child free. You're selfish. You have a child. They don't want to take care of it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Help me understand. If you are a man, please comment. Help me understand. What do y'all want? I mean, you don't want to pay for your own legacy to be taken care of, right? That's why y'all want children. Y'all want your legacy to continue, but you don't want to pay to have the child taken care of. Like, I'm so confused. And did y'all notice the baby was next to him? At the end of the video, go back. At the end of the video, you could hear the baby. That man is asking for child support forgiveness with the baby next to him. You need to be embarrassed. Ah. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So, how your day going? How's your Monday going? I hope you guys are doing good. To start the video, I have some stitches to share with you guys. So, Kamala Harris, our future black woman president, asked black men to have their support because they don't want to vote for her, which is, another problem in its own. But she asked them, what would they want, so that she can get their vote. They asked for child support forgiveness. The next time somebody tells me there's a rally, a protest because a black man was by a cop, baby, don't call me. If you have my number, lose it. If you have the urge to ask me to go with you, don't. That's how I'm responding to that. That's how I'm responding to that. Because that is so embarrassing. Yeah? Ugh. Hélas. En tout cas, let's get into these stitches, y'all.
So we mad at child support now? What I don't get this is that you have an opportunity as black men to speak about the things that you need as supposedly leaders of your community. Cool. You get to talk about education, housing, more sports and education opportunities for your children, potential bills and legislations, things that can really uplift the community, and you pick child support? Just reinforcing the stigma that black men don't take care of their goddamn kids? I received child support from my kid's mother. I was a single father. Now understand this. Before, my kids' schooling used to cost upwards to $1,000. Understand this. My daughter's hair, the products, not even doing the hair, the products of her hair, when we buy them at one time, costs around $100 to $150. And that's not including my other daughter, just the one daughter. This is not any food that she eats or anything else, nor clothes or anything. In a month, we are already at somewhere around $1,000. And don't get me wrong, you get some bitter situations, but if you want to be in your kid's life, and this is an active father talking to you, if you want to be in your kid's life, by hook or crook, you'll figure it out. I don't care how difficult the mother is. But if you have the opportunity to talk to the future president that could potentially put things in motion for you, and you choose child support, you are the problem. and I only see $100 a month. And I don't even bump it up because you know what? I don't got time to be out here fighting. But people do not really know how hard it is to take care of a kid on your own.
This is coming from a black man. He is telling you just how expensive it is to raise a child. I personally think that women should allow men to do 2 weeks. She does 2 weeks, he does 2 weeks. You take the child the first week, I take the child the second week, or you take the child the first 2 weeks, I take the child the second 2 weeks. That's how it should be. You should really just split it all in the middle. Allow that child to live with that man and really understand. Not you bringing a bag and bringing that child with everything they need, but allowing that child to go over there with nothing and have him buy what is needed, right? Don't put them on child support. Give him that child for 2 weeks and see. Y'all, like, this is ridiculous.
Now, Kamala Harris was nice enough to ask black men specifically what would they like to see when she's elected in office. And out of all the things that's going on in the world, black men got on TikTok and said, child support forgiveness. Child support forgiveness. Not nothing, no police brutality, which is something y'all face with on an everyday basis. Not racism, something about racism. Not even trying to get reparations. Not trying to get your feelings revoked after so many years. All the things y'all could have said, y'all came up with child support forgiveness as if you took out a loan to take care of your kids. Yeah, I'm speechless. I can't even lie. I am speechless. Out of all the things in the world, y'all said that. Come on now, black men. I got higher hopes for you guys. That wouldn't even support a lot of black men because a lot of black men don't even have kids. A lot of black men not even on child support. So make it make sense.
So the men folk are out here asking for child support forgiveness like it's the goddamn student loans. I never thought I would live in a world where child support would be that much of an issue that you would feel the need to ask the president to intervene. Like the way these men folks is carrying on, you would think they was paying the thousands of dollars in child support. Sir, you're paying $30. You have the men who want to argue, well, some of the mothers not using the child support for the child anyway. Sir, with $30, I don't even think you can buy a can of milk. Sorry, I don't think no good father who's active in their child's life, who's actually providing for their child, is complaining about child support. It be the fathers that don't even pick up their phone and tell the kid happy birthday that's doing all this complaining about child support. I can't even believe that we're at the point of asking a president to help out with child support. That's not the president's kids, them your kids. You need to do something about that child support. Like, pay it. I don't know, but asking for child support forgiveness like it's the goddamn student loans sounds crazy as hell to me. Like, what is happening up here? What is happening?
While we're on the topic of child support, the average cost of child support in the country, average, right? The median is about $500 a month. And I know some of you brokies are going to be like, that's a lot of money. No child needs $500 a month. Those words only come out of the mouth of a person who does not live with their child. Does not live with their child. And then when you start to count all these things, they're like, well, you were going to pay an electric bill anyway. You're going to pay this anyway. You're going to pay that anyway. You have to have a roof over your head. Like, I have 2 kids. I have a 3-bedroom house. If I didn't have kids, like, could me and my 2 kids live in a 1-bedroom? Yeah, people do it. But should they have to? No. When they're not here, my electric bill is lower. When they're not here, my water bill is lower. These motherfuckers use way more water than me. They use up way more resources. And y'all don't realize that because y'all have never lived with your children. Y'all have never had your children for more than like a few days at a time. When I tell you the drastic difference in my children being here, there was 1 month where my kids we were all gone for like a month, right? They spent 2 weeks at their
at my ex-husband's, with my ex-husband's family, and then they spent 2 weeks at my mom's. And when I looked at the difference in that month, that $500 is fucking nothing for my electric and gas, for my water bill, and then just what I would spend on groceries just to feed myself is insanely different than a child. So if the only thing and that's not even counting childcare, dental, medical, that's not counting any of that stuff. That's not counting clothes. And some of them are only paying that $500. And they're like, oh, a 3-year-old doesn't need $500. Childcare alone for one child is, what is it? Like $800 a month in California. And that's on the low end. For California, childcare for $800 is on the low end. I know some people that were paying $1,200 for one child for childcare. So imagine if your childcare is $800 and then you have to chauffeur the child around because the other person only sees them a few days a month. You have to chauffeur the child around, so you got more gas because you have to drop them off, then you go to work. Your electric bill is higher, your water bill is higher, your food bill is higher, everything in your house is higher. You're spending so much more money when you are the primary caregiver, and not to mention the administrative work that does not get calculated into it, right? Because the doctor's appointment, who books them? Who makes sure they go to all their dentist appointments? Who makes sure all the school paperwork is filled out? Who makes sure any paperwork is filled out? Who got them a passport? Who got them an ID? All the administrative stuff don't even get calculated into the expenses. But someone has to do it. So the primary parent is still doing all the legwork, and then y'all come on the internet and complain that y'all have to spend a measly couple $100. What a bunch of fucking losers.
The funny thing is, they really think the money that they give every single month is covering the women's or the mom's expenses, like, going out on trips, or her going out with her friends. That's the real issue here. It's like, oh, she got the opportunity to take my money and I can't control what she does with it. That's the problem. You see, y'all need to stop having children for these men without truly writing down what it is that you want. Because if it's your goal to become a single mother, it's your goal to just have children without being married, sure, go ahead, by all means. But if it's not your goal, stand your ground, stand on business when it comes to you being with someone and letting them know, hey, I'm not having sex with you without a condom. I'm not having children with you until we are married. That's how you start there. That's how you start protecting yourself. Yes, I do understand, you can be a single mother in a marriage. I completely understand. You have to vet. Vet that person. And even then, sometimes they are so trifling. You vet, and again, the person might just set on being a liar, on being a manipulator, on putting up this facade that they drop once you have your guard down. I get that. I understand. I don't want to deal with all that. That's why I'm child free by choice. Yeah, I don't want to deal with all of that. So when I keep thinking about ways I can maneuver, I can, maybe if I got so sick of watching dating videos, of getting advice from older men, younger women, older women. It got tiring, because it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like a game to y'all. If I don't play the game is going to play me, because it really is a game out here. So the way I'm going to play this game is, you're not going to have my womb. You're not going to be playing in my face like that, period. So let's continue.
What's up, y'all? Y'all get to see me eat fast food. This is something I normally don't ever do, but I'm hungry, so fuck it. Then I got a star in my eye, so mind your business. This ain't no lie. I wish it would go somewhere, and you know why. Oh, shit. I had hit them break. But yeah, so I was going through social media, namely TikTok, and I stumbled across these hashtags and these searches of child support forgiveness. Now, I didn't know what the fuck it was. I didn't have a clue about what it was until I decided to research, because you know me, I like to research. I'm not going to just say something I ain't researching, okay? Well, Vice President Kamala Harris gave the black men that don't approve of her, that sounds funny in itself, the opportunity to voice what she could possibly do for them, provided that she wins the race to the White House and become the president of the United States of America. Y'all, these men said they want child support forgiveness. Now, this pissed me off for one big reason. We already got a bad rap as African-American men of not wanting to take care of our children. And here we are trying to use the federal government to escape their responsibility yet again. Now, there are two reasons why I may entertain this conversation. One, if a man starts paying child support for a kid, have arrears, has not been late on any of his payments, come to find that the child is not his, I think those arrears should be forgiven, and I do think that he should have something given back to him. The other reason would be if a mother has a child with a man, she does not allow him to see that child. They go to court. It's deemed that he's been paying his child support. While I don't feel that the father should be exempt from his responsibilities, I do feel like there should be a fine from the mother to put some money back into the father's pockets. That's just how I feel about it. Y'all can take that how you want to. But the fact that y'all won't keep y'all little ashy ass tellywhackers in your pants to stop creating these children that you know you can't take care of is beyond me. Why would you go out there and you know you're going to ride Seattle Sue, the one that don't like rubber? She going to take everything raw that you give her. Y'all going to have some more illegitimate children, and you cannot provide for them responsibly. But yet you want somebody to forgive child support. You're 9 times out of 10, the ones that were talking probably got somebody pregnant now that they already know child support going to be stuck on because they done pissed this woman off so bad that you going to be stuck on that. I'm going to tell you something. I paid child support from 2014 to 2022. And the reason why I was put on child support was because it was malicious. But the good thing about it is, once I saw what the situation was with my son's mom, I went head on and tried to put myself on there. And then I found out that she had already done it. So a year had gone by. I paid my arrears and I was breast on my child support. So I didn't have that issue. But for y'all to feel like it's okay to make these children not maintain a job, some of you evade a job to keep from paying child support, but you want this woman to get in office and say, no, sir, you are not going to be responsible for a child that you helped make. Y'all need y'all motherfucking head beat. I don't understand it. We get a bad enough rap as it is. All the stuff that black men are facing in this country, in this United States of America, and child support is your biggest problem. Y'all tell me what y'all think, because I damn near lost my appetite.
Y'all need to be embarrassed. Yeah, y'all need to be embarrassed. I don't want to hear nothing about, women choosing to be child free. I don't want to hear nothing about being pro choice. I do not want to hear it. Bamzore, I don't want to hear it. Because y'all are going outside. No, it's. Oh. Y'all are complaining because you're expected to take care of your kid. And some of y'all actually trap the girl. Like, some of y'all be begging. I know some friends who told me, like, the dude begged them for the kid. And once that baby was born, he was out of there. I'm sorry. But I don't be understanding why y'all let these dudes play with y'all like this. Because to me, men playing with my emotions, playing with my feelings, like men just toying with me, period. Because You could really be out here with a dude and you think, oh, like, you know, my man, my man, my man, but really he's a whole married man. That's why I do background checks, period. But he could be out here like making you look like a clown. So to me, that's enough. I already have to deal with that. I'm not about to tie myself down to you clowns for the rest of my life. I'm not doing that. I don't understand. At what was how old was I? I don't remember how old I was, but I think I was like what in high school, and I made the decision not to let these dudes play with me that far. And y'all be old, y'all be in y'all 30s and y'all 40s, still crying over these niggas, still crying over these dudes. Y'all need to stop and wake up. Because every chance these men get, they embarrass you. They choose to embarrass you. Nonsense.
Y'all are going out sad. You telling me y'all don't want to take care of y'all kids so bad that y'all are out here asking for child support forgiveness? Like, what is the whole purpose of child support? Like, explain that to me. And knowing what the purpose of it is, you're telling me you rather get forgiveness for not paying your portion instead of just paying your portion to support your children? And then y'all over here laughing and kiki about it. That shit's not funny. Y'all look like clowns. I be trying to give some of y'all credit, but honestly, y'all just lost cool points for that. Ain't no way you actively coming and asking for child support forgiveness, knowing that you don't take care of your kids. And before y'all try to hop in the comments and be like, these women just want to see a black man go to jail, a black man do this, a black man down in the dust, and da da da. No, she just wants to see you help with your children, sir. Don't have children if you're not going to help with them. And everybody's situation is different. So if you're not one of those that don't help with your children, then go ahead and scroll along. This don't pertain to you. But even if you do help with your children, if the child majority lives with her, then what's wrong with her putting you on child support? I know y'all gonna shoot me, but what's wrong with that? What's wrong with you paying expenses for the household that your child is living in? I'll wait. I'ma wait. And you ain't even gotta pay all the expenses. Help. What if the lights get turned off in that house? You can't be like, oh, that's not my responsibility. That's not my responsibility. You didn't want the responsibility of keeping the child either.
Thank you for making it this far into the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. That will be you supporting my channel. And that will be you supporting me. I'll see y'all in the next video. Who child?